You're tuned into Capital Jazz TV. I'm your host, Jodine Dorsey. We are on the 12th annual Capital Jazz Super Cruise, and you see who I have sitting next to me, the man himself, Jon B. How are you, Jon B?
Blessed to be here. Thank you so much.
It's so good to have you on this cruise, man.
So good to be
ladies
here.
have been following you.
Thank you, ladies, and thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, everyone out there, man, on the cruise, man. Just enjoying yourselves, and everyone took the time to stop and say hello. I feel like I might know every single guest on this cruise. That's how many people I've met already.
That is so
you know
wonderful.
I mean? Yeah.
That's what we love here about the Capital Jazz Super Cruise is that the artist, you're walking around, people are coming up to you.
It should be no other way.
No egos, no anything, and you're just like embracing
We're
them.
talking about 20-something years now of music. Anytime you spend 20 times, I don't care if you're 20 years in any field, and you get to be around others who sort of know what you do. I don't care if you've been building buildings for 20 years. You know what I mean? It's architecture, whatever. I just feel like it's something from nothing. It started from as a dream in my mother's bedroom, and now I'm on the Capital Jazz Cruise.
Yes,
So,
yes.
from one piano in my mother's living room to now the piano in the on the
But
boat.
I want to go back to
On the
20
main
years.
stage.
I want to go back to 20 years because nowadays I'm just experiencing, and I think the world is experiencing, a lot of artists that are just coming and going because, you know, when you came out, when your first commercial album came out in '95, right?
Yeah.
It was about albums.
Yes.
Now it's about singles.
Yes, it's much more singles, man.
It's very single driven. It's very quick microwave type of artistry going on. How do you keep yourself relevant and sustain yourself, still writing for other people, still creating music?
Well, that is a sense of I don't know anything else. That's like for me, that's the way I work. That's the way I'm built, is to make music, is to make music from a real place, an organic place. I also play instruments, so it's a different thing to actually be a musician and be a vocalist and be a writer, songwriter, and a producer. So it's like to have that personal touch to your music, to where you're putting your signature on every song that you write. I think it stands the test of time after a while, because I think people, it's like, he ain't going away, man. He keeps coming back.
And you keep selling out concerts, right?
So it's like, it's like you just keep grinding, and you keep doing what you love, and eventually it's gonna pay off.
What's your proudest moment in your career? I know your career's still evolving.
Well, I gotta say, being able to hook up with my man Babyface, LA. Babyface, of course, L.A. Reid, Babyface, of course, LaFace history, everything that, both of them touched, but Babyface particularly made his mark as a solo artist, and eventually I really, growing up with the New Editions and everyone else, Keith Sweat and I'll Be Sure, everyone in R&B, his voice spoke to me in such a profound way that I really immensely just loved his sound and started to try to emulate. Yeah. So getting with him was sort of like,
that's
a godsend.
Right, like that's dream come true. Someone that you've been admiring and now you're working with them.
Absolutely. So we have 20 years under our belt now of history of the song "Someone to Love," Grammy-nominated record from the jump. And it's just like, it's an honor, but at the same time, it's something that you can't forget, to know that you're connected to the source that way.
Yes.
That's something that lets me know that I'm connected to the source.
This is opening up a Pandora's box of more information that I want to talk about, but we don't have the time.
Someone to Love, though, that's my man Babyface. And big up to my man. I heard he's on the cruise too, so I'm excited about that.
Yes. Yeah. So what's going on with Jon B right now? I know you're still selling out shows, but are you putting out a new project?
I'm putting out a new project. Yes, very soon. You expect it very soon, so just look for me. I don't have a release date yet, but just to look for my new project in this new year right now. 2019 is my year. All right? And then also shows. That's what keeps me busy. My baby girls at home, 11 and 4. Azure and Loren, and my wife Danette. She's just amazing. She's the one who books me all my gigs. We keep it all in the family.
Oh,
and,
wow! So she's your booking agent. Okay.
And so
I see you tonight.
That's why we're here, man. Good looking out, Capital Jazz, for hollering at us.
Yes.
And we're so happy to be here and just celebrate all this time and just still be able to do this. And do what I love.
I know we gotta go, but how do you balance that sold out shows, traveling all over the world, two wonderful, beautiful little girls at home and a wife. And how are you balancing, or is balancing? Even
Well, one
possible?
thing is for sure, they know that that's my dream. And they follow that, and they really respect that. They say, okay, we know that that's what you love. And at the same time, I love the fact that I'm able to inspire my young ones to know when you really love doing something, you do it with your all might, you know, and you might even have to leave some family members behind, some things that are comforts, you know.
Yeah.
You leave those up behind for a second to be able to go provide for this extended family.
Yes.
You know, that we
growth
have.
is in the growth is in the uncomfort zone.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So I love that you're teaching your girls that.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
beautiful is that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So how do we keep up with you?
Please,
Where
please
do
do
we
keep
go
up
to
with me.
find out your info?
Absolutely, I'm at official Jon B on the Instagram and the Twitter, all the various social medias, but also JonBWorld.com is my main hub for all information, for all the videos and discography and tour updates as well. So
Tour updates as well. We have got to see Jon B. If you're not on the SuperCruise, you haven't been to the Capital Jazz Festival, you haven't seen Jon B, you've got to check out Jon B in your city, because you put on a hell of a show.
Thank you so much, man. I'm so honored to be here with all my greats, all my favorites, all my idols, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is Jon B here on the 12th annual Capital Jazz SuperCruise. I'm your host, Jodine Dorsey, and you are tuned in to Capital Jazz TV.